Hi, I'm Joseph and I'm working on chat search module for the reference application. My primary mentor is Kaiwa Daniel and backup mentor is Tobin. Last year, Zaslan developed a chat search module that was basically for the legacy, OpenMRS legacy application, and this year's project major aim was to use the available module and develop a module which does almost the same thing or much more for the reference application. And the major objectives we have, we were supposed to create a chat search module for the OpenMRS reference application and afterwards embed Apache scene for indexing of documents, then create a process to index all patient data, then create an initial user interface for searching and filtering patient data, among other objectives. So far, we have a chat search module for a reference application that is created, and we already set up, and we do have an embedded Sora server that is running very fine, and that's what I'm going to be using for the demonstration. But in case someone wants to use a separate Sora server or a dedicated Sora server, we still provide a link on the admin page where you can configure that via global properties. And we were also supposed to we have also indexed observation encounters and forms, and we still have an initial functional user interface which has some simple filtering, and I'm going to be illustrating that. The current task that I'm currently running or working on is a category filter or category filters, and let me share some little code. Okay, so we have added concept class, table field name or concept class name to our index. We index it, we added it to the index, and also we made it searchable, and we added it here and indexed it, and we did that so that we can use it for basically filtering purposes. And still for the major code, you can normally visit the modules repository on GitHub, and you will see much of my code there. Okay, before the next task, I think before we go to the next task, it's good if I share let me reload this. Okay. So here is the look on the chat search module's main page. We have a couple of categories. We have all data type category where you can filter using data type, and you can see if I use boolean, returns only those which are of that type, and so on. And also we can filter using providers, then location and time. And currently the task that I'm working on is category filter, and we define categories using the concept class so that the user can select or deselect such categories, and when he clicks OK, then he's able to drill down to only those that he has selected, and those will be the ones that will appear in the results returned. Okay, so the next tasks that we are about to implement, searching forms and also search syntax. Search syntax is something like, For example, if a user searches for blood pressure, should we search blood and pressure as separate words, or we should search blood pressure as a phrase? So something of that kind. I kindly request you to please give your suggestion about that. I'll be right on my update or my post on OpenMRS talk. I'll try to mention something of that kind. So these are the references, and I'm going to be adding more references on the OpenMRS talk post URL that I will create. Otherwise, I thank you, dear viewer, and I also thank Google Summer of Code plus OpenMRS organization for giving me a chance to be part of open source development, and with such an interesting and important organization which saves lives. Thanks once again.